Hey, so here I am in my new office. I'm very excited. I'm all into the magical and the mystical, as you can see by the little fairy lights and everything all around me. And what does this have to do with this next video? Nothing, other than I'm living in my joy and happiness, and I want you to live in your joy and happiness too. We're going to talk about sauna and sweating and getting sweaty and moving that lymphatic system. One of my favorite ways to do that is going to the sauna and getting hot. Now, for generations, for decades, for thousands upon thousands of years, people sweat. Meaning they've had sweat lodges, they've had temples that they've went to sweat with their brothers and sisters. They create ways to sweat in groups and on their own. Bathhouses. There is a reason for this. We, as a society, have completely lost that reason. The reason being is our bodies need to slough off toxins, especially today in the world that we live in. Our skin takes in so much and filters a huge amount, and then it goes straight into our liver, and our liver works some more, and before you know it, that toxicity is overwhelming to us. The best, easiest, most effective way for us to help our system is to sweat. Now, what drives me a little crazy? Those commercials that come on TV and go, oh, sweating too much, and then they have you put antiperspirant on. Stop that. That's the worst thing you can do for yourself. I use a deodorant. I use a really all-natural deodorant. I don't care that I'm sweating. It is part of who I am. It is part of how I live. Please, unless you are one of those 1 million people who have a true problem with this, don't go get Botox under your arms and stop your sweating. That's pure silliness and being unhealthy. Okay? My favorite place to go and get my sweat on, aside from actually getting outside and walking out here in the Red Rocks, is going to the Skilling Institute's Photon Genius. Now, let me just say that you can go to any place and sweat. Whether you're exercising, you're in your gym, sauna, or steam room, or you go to a bathhouse, or you hit an infrared sauna, or you have an infrared sauna in your house, if you're lucky enough to have an infrared sauna. Any of these will work. I love infrared. Infrared's probably my favorite if I had to just choose one. But my favorite piece of equipment is the Photon Genius. So I'm lucky here in Sedona. We have the Sedona Photon Light Studio, and my husband and I hit that at least every week, sometimes more than once a week. It's basically about 15 or 16 treatments all in one. It's a light therapy, it's infrared, it's radio waves, it's gases, like gases that we need in our own system. And they're all working at the same time to help relieve you of toxins, of stresses, of things that you're carrying around. And what I notice on a consistent basis is if I skip it, which I have for the last couple of weeks, I don't process things as well, and I don't shake things off like I normally do. My husband says that he notices that he gets a little more depressed when he's not using it. So there's a definite emotional, spiritual, physical balance that it helps create. It's just a place that you go, you stand up in it in a room and you sweat for 20 or 30 minutes. And it's really amazing. So I would highly recommend looking online and just type in the Skilling Institute Photon Genius or just Photon Genius. Like I said, if you're in Sedona, please look up Judd in West Sedona at the Sedona Photon Light Studio. It's absolutely one of the best therapies I've come across, period. Like I said, whatever you can find as far as a sauna, do that. It doesn't have to be the one that I use. I just happen to be a huge proponent of this because I know that it works. And I like how I feel when I come out of there. However, I know they're all over the United States. I know that they are listed on the internet because I've looked them up before I made this video to make sure you had access to them. I'm working on some sort of deal with them for all of you that, hey, if you tell them that you're coming from LOL, you know, maybe they'll cut you a discount of some sort, or a referral fee, or something. I don't really know. We haven't worked any of that out. However, I am, so be sure that you're telling them that you heard about it through Love Out Loud, and that will help propel this along. And any other sauna that you go to, push that. Say, hey, I heard that saunas are great for, you know, helping autoimmune and us detoxing our bodies, and I heard about it on Love Out Loud. And give them our information, because if I can work a deal with anyone, I will. I will do it for you. And that's kind of one of the things I'm really good at, is bringing people together and bringing the right components together so that everyone gets something that's mutually beneficial out of it. So, sauna, read up on it, do it. I promise you will feel better. It's a great alternative if you're sleeping 14 hours a day and you don't have any energy to get out and exercise, to just stand there and relax and rest for a minute and sweat. It does help bring your energy back, I promise. And if you can do, like, right at the beginning, like 5 or 6 days in a row of 20 or 30 minutes of sauna, and be careful, like, don't overdo it, don't be silly. But if you can kickstart that, and while you're, you know, doing the water and you're eating the right foods, it will kickstart your health and wellness, I promise. Plus, it'll just make you feel better. I promise it will. I swear. I haven't lied to you yet, and I don't plan on starting now. Anyway, check it out. Any feedback below, let me know. Thanks for bearing with me. I appreciate any and everything. And please, please mention Love Out Loud. Share it with all of your friends. Please donate to Love Out Loud. I love bringing you information. And I want to say thanks to the new clients that I've gotten. Thanks for reaching out to me and listening to my story. Thanks for signing on. There's so much more to come. Many, many blessings to you. And I'll see you next time.